What was the verb to come?
To come.
To come, yes.
Tule?
That is I form minus n, but you can get it from this tule. To get the to form out of this, we have placeholder vowel, which means, of course, that the last syllable, once we have taken it off, has left us with the last letter as a consonant. And in this case, if we take off the A, B, C, D, E of tule, we have what?
Tul.
Tul. And now to get the to form, you double the consonant and you add the vowel that we must have always in the to form. How is it?
Tulla.
Tulla. So if you remember some form like tule, you shouldn't try to kind of remember, what is the to form, but you should try to build it. Because if you, whatever form you ever remember, try to build the form that you're looking for from that one that you remember. Because that will really make progress in your learning journey. Because the building process is really important. And if you're practicing it in this way, you will get better a lot faster. And because it's waste of resources to try to remember the exact form that you want to have, if you remember one of those modes, and you can just build it from that. How is I come?
Tule.
Tule. We added the A, B, C, D, E because we had consonant as the last letter after we took off the last syllable. Tulen would have been hard to pronounce. Tulen. And you come?
Tulet.
Tulet. Now we are going to talk about how these kinds of verbs are in spoken language. So a lot of kind of, let's say, short verbs that have consonant A, or A with two dots, like tulla and such, have a certain pattern which they use in the spoken language to create them. To create I come in spoken language, it is not tulen, that is the standard form, but that's something that you will rarely hear in the spoken language. But to build the spoken version, what you're going to do is first check what is the first consonant, or in other words, if the first letter is a consonant, you will use that. What is it in tulla?
Tu.
But consonant.
The consonant is T.
T. If I had asked about the first syllable had been tul, because the verb is tulla. We have two L's, and if you have two of the same consonants, or two very strong consonants, you will have the syllable between them. Tulla, tulla, tulla. And then the second vowel, which you are going to have two of those, and then the personal ending. How is I come in the spoken language?
Tun.
Tun. And you guys come?
Tut.
You guys?
Tutte.
Tutte. But we cannot have this spoken language version in the he, she, it form, because tu I kind of already has two vowels, and it would be kind of confusing. So instead you will use the standard form. So you will hear the standard form even in spoken language with the he, she, it form. How is that? He comes.
He comes.
He comes.
Han tule. Or in the spoken one.
No, it's the same. It's the same.
Yeah.
Tulla, build it from the beginning.
Yeah. Han tule.
Han tule. With two E's. So this hard form, the he, she, it form is hard. And I, we, you and you guys are soft. So that's the reason why the he, she, it form stays the same in both standard and spoken language. But the other 4 which we mentioned, they change. And how would be to be? First off, how is to be?
To be.
To be, yes.
Olla.
Olla. And how is I am in the standard language?
Olen.
Olen. Now if you take a look at olla, do you have consonant as the first letter?
No.
No, so we ignore that part entirely. What vowel do you have then there?
An O.
O. So use 2 soft toes and the personal ending and you have the spoken language version of I am. How is that?
On.
On. And what is it is?
It is.
So again this...
On.
Yes.
On. Se on.
Se on. Again, the he, she, it form doesn't change, but on and on. On and on. So if you think about the building process, how the spoken version is built, then you will not mess them up. How is you are in the standard language?
You are. Sinä olet.
And in the spoken language?
Oot.
Oot. And you will hear sinä shortening to sä, the I-N dropping, or in other dialects, just the N dropping. How would that be?
Sä oot.
No, but think about sinä and drop just the N. N.
Sia.
Sia. And then a 4th version which you can hear is having sia and now changing the A with 2 dots to the neutral vowel. How is it? Placeholder vowel. Sie. So of course it's not acting as a placeholder vowel in this word. But that was just a way to check out sie. How would you say using sie? Or let's say sa. How would you say emphasizing the word you are in the spoken language?
Using sä.
Yes.
Sä oot.
And you are not.
Sä ei oo.
Now.
Sä et oo.
Sä et oo. So again, we are now using the spoken language version of I am. So it's not sä et ole, but sä et oo. So this is really how it's built. How would be you guys are not?
In spoken.
Yes.
Te. Te is I think te.
Yes, te. So it's so short.
Yeah.
Only in some dialects you will hear different version, but we're going to talk about it in a moment.
Te ette oo.
Te ette oo. Yes. So the word me, te, he, and ne can change in some dialects, which is kind of weird because they will become longer than they are in the standard forms. But this, if you're around the Helsinki area, you will not hear them changing. Unless, of course, you hear somebody who's not speaking in that area's dialect. But in some other dialects you will hear. So I am, not I am, but we are in some dialects is mö. Mö. How would you spell this?
Mö. M-U. I.
Mö.
M-U-O is dot.
Yes, but it cannot be you there. Mö. So it's not mo, it's mö. So it's not you, but...
M.
No. Mö.
M-Y.
Yes, M-Y-O with 2 dots. How would be you guys in that dialect?
Työ.
Työ. And the word työ also means work, but for some reason it's the same in this dialect if you refer to you guys. How would be te, humans, in this dialect?
Nö.
And te, objects?
Nö.
Nö. So, again, I'm not telling these so that you would remember them, but to, if you hear them, to notice and take a look at them. But if you are living around the Helsinki area, me, te, he, ne, they will not change.